StudyIQ IAS, अब तैयारी हुई अफोर्डेबल।
The best time to write a story is yesterday, and the next best time, that is today. So hello everyone, I am Abhishek Singh Rathor and I welcome you all to the StudyIQ IAS, and today I am going to talk about the best time to start writing the story of your success. So dear students and the viewers, if you are literally looking for writing a success story, so there could be many options for all of you. Some of you might be having the different set of dreams, but I assume that those who are watching this session, they must be having at least one common dream, that is to crack the civil services examination, the most prestigious examination to make not only a career but also the life of many people in this country. So therefore, in this session today, I am going to discuss with all of you the 12 months plan to ace the upcoming UPSC Civil Services Examination 2025. So stay tuned with me for the next 20-25 minutes where I will be discussing the intricacies as well as the nits and gits of this examination with a detailed outline and plan for the next upcoming year. So first of all, let me just highlight the agenda of this session. In this session, we are going to talk about the beginner's mindset, the problems before a beginner, and especially the problems faced by a college student or somebody who is a working professional. They both are facing two different types of problems. We will talk about that. We will also discuss about the complete planning and strategy for the next 12 months and how to implement that strategy, as well as the outcome of that strategy will also be discussed. And of course, any issues or any concerns or any doubts or problems that you will be having, they will also be addressed. Okay, so guys, let us start the session, and before beginning, let me just tell you something very interesting. Actually guys, in this new season, that means after the end of the preliminary examination 2024, we are coming up with our first live GS Foundation batch for prelims to interview, and in this batch we are offering English and Hindi batches starting from the subject of Indian polity. And more about this particular course, this particular program, that we will be discussing in later on. And by the time, you just remember that these batches are going to start from 26th of June, 6 p.m. is the timing. Okay everyone, and now let us talk about the agenda. First point, that is the beginner's mindset. Let us assume that you are a beginner in your field, you are a beginner in the civil service examination, and you have this distant dream that you want to become a civil servant. So what is there in your mind? What is going on? Some of you must be having that, should I do it, or will I be able to do that? Do I have that capability? So let me tell you, even the tallest of the trees, they start from the very small seed. There is a story in one of the Upanishads. There is a story that one guru, one teacher says to his student that, bring me the fruit of this big banyan tree, the bargad, that tree, and asked him to just dissect that fruit. He did that. After that, he said to dissect the entire seed as well. Student did the same. And then he said that, what is there inside? He said nothing. But Guru, the teacher, he said that, dear student, this is the nothing that you think it is. It is actually having the essence of life, essence of growth. So here, I am just trying to make sure that those who are watching and they think that they don't have anything, don't have any capabilities to ace this examination, let me tell you guys that you all possess that latent form of the energy, that latent form of the potential in yourself that you can grow into that tall person, that great person who can ace this examination and get success not only this examination but also in the exam of the life. And apart from that, some of the students may also face the question of this, that examination is overhyped. Are there any real chances, sir? See, sir, this type of talks are very common. We have heard a lot of these talks. And tell me that if there are any real chances or not. Yes, of course, there are real chances. Of course. See, every type of students have cracked this examination. Those who are 30 years old and they attempted this examination, probably their last attempt, 5th, 6th or even more, and they have cracked this examination. Those students who were unable to do a normal thing in the life, of course, they were suffering with the multiple disorders and still they were able to crack this examination. The students who were 21 years, 22 years old, just graduated from the college, they cracked this examination. So what is left now? A college graduated youngster has cracked. A person suffering with the multiple disabilities in the physical capabilities, they have cracked it. And the persons who are towards the fag end of this preparation journey, they have cracked it. So why are you not sure that you will be able to crack it? And let me tell you that there have been the results who actually the students who have not secured the enough good marks in the graduation as well, they have also cracked this examination. So this examination is definitely tough, but not impossible to completely call it as a simple hype of the toppers and a simple extravagant event not meant for the common people. It's not like that. This examination offers an equal opportunity to all the students, given that they are receiving the right set of guidance. But again, the question arises that how much time do we need? This is actually, I'm talking about the beginner's mindset. Na? You are a beginner, you have not experienced any type of competition in this life itself up to the graduation. So you must be thinking that how much time should it take? Ideally, let me be very sure, ideally not less than 12 months. More than 12 months? Of course, it depends upon the individual's capacity, individual's learning and grasping abilities, and once again, the right set of guidance. However, if we talk about the chances of success, it's very practical, very real. The chances of success less than 1%. Less than 1%. But so are the chances of you taking birth, my dear. Those students who are who are aware about the basic biology of a human body, they must be aware that if they are here in this world, they are amongst the luckiest 0.0001% or even more selective than this. So guys, this is the beginning itself, right? Make it sure that you do not fall into the negatives, dilemma. Do not fall into the, this exceptionally self-doubting syndromes. So rather than putting the self-doubt, have confidence enough to crack any particular goal, any particular objective that you are putting in front of you. Right, everyone? But let me tell you, see, only confidence or only the moral boost up, that's not going to help you out. So what is going to help you out? Actually, suppose if I am a beginner student, then I will be having numerous, conditions, numerous problems in my mind going on. The first problem that I face, that is the lack of a clear planning. Nobody is there to guide me. I don't have any experience in this examination or in any kind of competitive examination. As a student, I am not having any consistent and clear planning to crack this examination. So you all must realize that a goal without a plan of accomplishment is merely a wish. If you have a goal and you don't have a plan, it is just a wish. It's not a goal. It's not an objective. It's not a target. Okay. So for that target word, you must have that consistency in your efforts, in your direction, in your labor that you are putting into any type of objective, any type of target. If you are willing to achieve that, there must be the element of consistency and perseverance. Let me tell you that sometimes what happens, you all must have studied about the laws of Newton, right? The classical mechanics. And you all must have studied that if we just keep pushing a wall, no matter with how much strength we are pushing it, if there is no movement in that, we cannot count it as any work done. Same is the case with the civil services preparation also, my dear. If you are just putting your hard work, your labor, and you are not getting a feedback with the proper guidance, with the proper direction, you are not going to end in the correct side of this exam. Let me tell you very honestly that if there is no proper feedback mechanism, this examination is going to turn into an endless loop of the trials and the failures, the trials and the failures, the trials, failures, learning and the failures, until and unless a true coach, a true guide comes out of nowhere and simply puts you on the right track and you are on the correct side of this examination. So make it sure that if you are literally looking for it, go for asking a feedback. This feedback can be in any form, like the feedback can come from your seniors, can come from your teacher, from your mentor or anybody, right? And not only the feedback, not only the planning or not only the strategizing as well as the consistency and perseverance, but also the focus, the biggest point. See guys, actually nowadays it is the time of social media, this time of the social attention. The people are hungry of grabbing the social attention as much as they can. So some of you might be thinking to prepare for this examination only to grasp the social attention, to roll the eyeballs of your neighbors. Don't do that, my dear. This examination is tough. It is difficult also. And as a teacher, as your coach, guide, friend, philosopher and mentor, it is my duty to tell you about the hardships that you are going to face in this path right now. I don't want anybody to come ill-prepared, to be, not so sure about the difficulties that they are going to bear. So don't you think that if you will lose the focus, if you will be taking a casual approach and you will be able to crack this examination. No, it's not going to be. So guys, to crack this examination, the focus must be there on your spot of target. Remember that story from Mahabharata? Guru Dronacharya asking Arjuna that, "What do you see, my child?" He asked the same question to every other prince in his academy. All of them had the different set of replies. Someone was saying that I am able to see the tree, others were able to see the bird, others were able to see the entire world. And the target was to hit the eye of the bird. And what did Arjuna reply? Arjuna replied that he was able to see only the eye of that bird. That is the consistency, that is the focus that you need to maintain in order to crack this examination, because there are lakhs of aspirants, lakhs of people looking for achieving the same target, the same post, the same chair that you are hoping to sit into is actually being targeted by hundreds of thousands of people. So what makes you so special? And what would make you so special rather to go and deserve that chair? That will be your consistency, your focus, your perseverance, and all of that combined with a definite set of strategic guidance. And that is here I'm going to take a look on. So 12 months planning and strategy, if I talk about that, let me tell you, the first plan that comes to, the first question that comes to the mind, when to start? Already I answered that in the very beginning itself. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time to start is today. And let me tell you that every single day will keep on passing and giving you the traumas that had I started a little earlier, the results would have been better. Had I started a little bit earlier, the things would have gone smoother. The pressure would have been easier. So do not delay it any further, my dear. Start it right today, right now, the first day itself. There is no other better time than present. Right? Past is already gone. Future is unknown. We only have the present. That's why it's called present. That's what we have to enjoy. Basic books versus reference books. So let me tell you, as the time taken is like 12 to 15 months for the preparation of this examination, and particularly before the prelims examination, 12 months, and between the prelims and the mains there are like 2.5 months more. So approximate 12 to 15 months, that is good enough for the preparation of this examination. And talking about the basic books and the reference books, so guys, basic books are basically your NCERT books. Let me tell you, certain basic books, for example, if I talk about the NCERTs, so NCERTs, but not all the NCERTs. There will be certain selective NCERTs, selective NCERTs, like suppose if you are a beginner, okay, if you are an absolute beginner, then in that case you need to have two set of NCERTs, that is 6th to 10th, okay, and number 2, 11th and 12th, okay. Here the 6th to 10th NCERT, you need to have two subjects, science and social science, right everyone. And in the 11th and 12th, for example, you need to have only 11th, right, only 11th class NCERT in few subjects, right, in few subjects, like for example, only 11th class NCERT is required in the polity, okay, and economy, all right, and Indian society, and art and culture. However, the only 12th class NCERT is required, that is in case of bio, in case of history, and both 11th and 12th, both NCERTs 11th and 12th, so there you need the geography, okay. We can also include polity in this as well, okay. Geography and polity, both of these are required in this case. All right, everyone. So other books you do not need to have, right, do not need to have all the subjects, rather only one class, right everyone. So this is actually going to be your basic NCERT list. The detailed list and everything else will be provided to you in the Telegram channel that I will be giving the link of. And after that, we have the standard or the reference books. Okay, reference books are They are like different for the different subjects. So major subjects like 1, 2, 3, suppose history, okay, geography, polity, economy, environment, science and tech, and current affairs. Okay, so history, geography, polity, economy, environment, science and tech, current affairs and society or social issues. Then ethics and integrity. So guys, you just keep on writing and writing, and the number of subjects are going to increase as much as possible, because along with the polity, we also have the international relations, right? And similarly, along with the economy, we also have the economic development. Along with the geography, we also have the disaster management, and there are so many things, so many things. Therefore, we must keep that in mind, that the reference books are quite tedious. And of course, you don't have to cover it from the very beginning to the very end. You have to be very choosy and very specific when it comes to the reference books. For that, let me just share with you a plan, starting with the July and August, then September to November, then December to February, then March to May. Okay, so basically in the first 2 and 2.5 months, there you need to cover the NCERT and other basic books. So at least everything should be read once. I'm talking about the complete reading, huh? Don't try to make notes, don't try to solve questions here itself. Just finish reading. Especially the NCERTs, they are the lightweight books which you can actually finish in one go itself. So finish that NCERT and then start having a look at the syllabus. And then if you read the books and the syllabus for the GS mains, you must have a copy of syllabus with you. You must have a book or the booklet of PYQs to get a basic idea, so that you should have the understanding of the nature of questions being covered from a specific topic. Okay, as far as your optional is concerned, let me tell you that this is the buffer time. June, July, August is the buffer time when you can actually emphasize upon your optional. Many people do not pay attention to the optional subject in the beginning of their preparation, and ultimately they suffer. They suffer because of the poor attention given to the optional towards the initial stages, right? Therefore, initial stage is the most crucial stage. If in this period your track is correct, you are going to land in the right direction. After that, September, October and November. So here you need to revise what you have learned from the basics and the standard books, and there you start practicing the MCQs as well as writing the answers must be there. Okay, and as far as the optional is concerned, optional related practice must begin in this stage itself. Okay, even though if you see, like, optional usually takes 4 to 5 months of time to get completed, but that is when you are doing simultaneous preparation. That is when you are trying to make the maximum out of the available time for you. All right, everyone. Then we come to the December and January and February. Here, let me tell you, December, January and February, that should be the time which should be bringing the maximum attention to the concretization, right, to the consolidation of your preparation. Here, the mains answer writing, the mains preparation, that should be in the focus, as well as the optional should be consolidated as much as possible. Apart from that, the revision as well as the mock test for the optionals and for the mains answer writing as well as the subject completion, that should be focused in this 3 months span of December, January and February. After that, do not do anything for the mains and for the optionals. Why? Because, my dear, due to the dicey nature, I would say, due to the dicey nature of the prelims examination nowadays, it has become a specific demand of this examination that you must pay attention to the GS as well as the CSAT, my dear. Civil Services Aptitude Test, it has become the bigger barrier for everybody than the general studies. So, March, April, May, 3 months, that is the time when you should be completely devoted to the prelims specific preparation for not only the general studies, also for the Civil Services Aptitude Test. Okay, everyone. So, this is how the basic outline, basic plan, it should be in order to reach to the end stage where you can be confident enough to crack this examination. But how to implement this entire strategy, this entire plan? Like, how much time should you devote to the current affairs? How much time should you give to the subjects? So let me tell you that overall, if you see, there should be the basic plan of, like either 1 plus 1 plus 1 or simply 2 plus 1. What is this 1 plus 1 plus 1? See, divide your daily routine, daily time into 3 segments. 3 plus 3 plus 3, or as per your capacity, 3 plus 2 plus 3. 3 shifts of at least 8 to 9 hours. In one shift, focus your prelims. In the second one, focus your mains. In the third one, focus your optional. Okay, everyone. As the time approaches, so this should be your strategy. This should be your strategy from July to September. After September, start the focus on the mains. So October, November and December. This should be focus, right? It should be like prelims, that is 2, and mains 3 and optional 3. Optional 3. Then, my dear, for January, this should be the time. See, December end and January becomes a little bit difficult to concentrate because of the weather conditions. So you can take a little bit relaxation. You can indulge yourself in the fitness activities and all those things so that you can keep your mind refreshed. And now it should be 2, 2, 2. Okay. And thereafter, in the month of February, March and April, in fact, in the month of March also, there should be a little bit relaxation. Let me tell you a very important thing, that during time of festivals, you must not refrain yourself from indulging into the celebrations, because that gives you unnecessary tension, my dear. Celebrate the festivals, celebrate the new year, take a gap of 1 to 3 days and then re-involve into the studies with full vigor, full dedication. That should be your method. After that, when we come to the March, April and May, all right everyone, March, April and May, in that period, let me tell you that you should be focusing upon 3 plus 3 plus 3. What is that? It is basically for the revision, it is for the mocks and it is for the currents. Okay, so solve the test papers, revise the current affairs and revise the static. Okay, so static revision, current revision, mock test, that should be your strategy for the month of March. In case of April, for April, you should be like revision of the static, plus the short note making and the practice plus analysis. Okay, everyone? So that should be your strategy, practice plus analysis, because in analysis also you may get a lot of solutions to the questions that you are not able to solve. So this will give you better confidence, this will give you the better direction and better preparatory status as compared to 99% of the candidates. Okay, everyone? So that is how you have to follow this particular plan. It is actually the, I would say, block by block segment or segment by segment plan. Now, if I really want you to do the excellent in everything, so guys, let me tell you that you have to be very much regular and very much attentive as far as your syllabus and PYQs are concerned. Never ever exceed the range or the limit of the syllabus and PYQs. Not only that, when you are studying the current affairs, control your emotions, my dear. Do not surpass, like suppose for 2025, January 2024 to March 2025. That is enough. If a question comes beyond it, leave that. Don't die for that question. Come on. Don't waste the resources unnecessarily. Then make notes of what you have studied and revise that notes, my dear, revise that notes. Okay. Practice the answer writing regularly and get that answers checked from the teachers, from your guide, from your mentor. And keep visiting the government websites, keep visiting the useful international websites. Do not think that only scrolling social media would be the internet surfing. Utilize the time, relax your mind while surfing the internet, but visit the useful websites. That is how the internet will also be helpful for you to crack this examination. All right, everyone. However, there are a lot of problems, right? There are a lot of problems in this scenario. Especially, we do not have much time to make the notes. We do not have the much time to, write down the answers every time to get it checked from somebody who is expert. So, dear students, StudyIQ is actually that one solution, that one spot which has got the answer to each and every question of you. You all must have heard about Ramban, the panacea, the Ramban, which frees you, liberates you from every shackle. StudyIQ is exactly doing that. Here, let me tell you, here we are offering you, first of all, we are offering you the set of 18 books. Okay, 18 books. So you don't need to purchase any extra books, number one. We are giving you the handwritten notes. Okay, handwritten notes. So you don't need to make the individual notes. You only need to scribble down. Then we are also offering you the personal mentorship. Okay, personal mentorship. So which means that you do not need to take any stress, any type of burden. We are also offering you the Success in Prelims program. Okay. What is that Success in Prelims program? Basically, the combination of fast track revision plus mocks before prelims examination. Okay. And similarly, if you are able to crack the prelims examination with the help of all these guidance, dear students, you will be called to the StudyIQ offline center, will be provided the classes for the mains, specifically the residence, the food accommodation, etc. That will be the responsibility of StudyIQ. Our students will not have to pay anything, right? So we can say that the USP, that is the free residential coaching, okay, free residential program. All right, everyone. to all those if you are able to, or if they are able to clear the prelims, right? If you cleared the prelims, then you are going to get these things. All right, everybody. So make it sure that it is, it is actually, if you see the overall cost of this entire preparation that you are going to do, even if for the 3 months also, if you are coming to Delhi, minimum you are going to spend like only the fees of the coaching program will be more than 1 lakh. Or if for all the distance, all the discounts and all that, still you are going to pay like 60 to 70,000 plus the mock test cost, plus the residence and food, all those costs, definitely crossing rupees 1 lakh. But here in the StudyIQ, it is hardly rupees 30,000. It's 29,999 rupees. But there is just one condition that you need to do. That is, you have to join the batch using the code ASR Live. Okay, everyone, ASR Live, that is the code that you need to use. And why is this? Because if you are using the code ASR Live, you are going to get this entire feature-rich program only in rupees 29,999 rupees. Okay, everyone. So make it sure that remember the first code, the first page that I told you, the best time to start your preparation, that was yesterday, and the next best time, the next best that you can do, that is today, right now. So let us meet in the classroom, and the batches are going to start on 26th of June with the polity subject in all the 3 medium, that is English, Hindi and English. And I will be taking your subject of history. And make sure, guys, that you join the batch. Let us meet in the batches. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye and Jai Hind.
StudyIQ IAS. अब तैयारी हुई अफोर्डेबल।